Hey, YouTube. Welcome. Oh my gosh, guys, I cannot believe that we are literally in days 28 and 29. It's been literally over 30 days of this particular challenge, and I just want to go ahead um, and welcome you guys back, especially those of you that have been watching the replays. I see you. And I appreciate having the opportunity for you to tune in. You guys already know what the deal is. If you've been watching for some time, I have TikTok over here live. And tonight, since I am running a little behind, I'm going to go ahead and dive straight into the training so we can get to the good part. Essentially, when you come in the room, my name is Tamia Denise. Hey, Coffee Black. Hey. And I teach female entrepreneurs how to build online businesses. Thank you so much for liking the live. I always appreciate your support. So we're running a little behind tonight. I'm live streaming on YT. And tonight, of course, I'm going to be teaching all things that pertain to, not all things, but we'll be picking up on a few things that pertain to building an online business. Thank you for sharing the live. I totally appreciate your support. I just went live, so I'm going to wait just a couple of seconds to see if we can get some more people in the building over here on the TT side. But I hope you guys had an amazing day. Before we get started, I literally just had the opportunity to watch this Black lady, and she was so discouraged because of the fact that she felt like she was tired of working, essentially, is what she said, right? She was like, I'm tired of working. And my thing is like, there's so many different people in our world. Hey, Ebony, welcome in. That feel the exact same way. They feel like I'm tired of working. But my mind always goes to, even in the midst of you being tired, what are you implementing in your day-to-day life to be able to take away the burden of doing the things that you don't necessarily want to do, that you have to do, and shifting over to the side of doing things that you're purposed to do. Like, hey, Juju, and any endeavor that we have within life, obviously, when you're building, let's say, an online business from scratch, it's definitely going to take time. And we can't be discouraged in the process. Like, we have to know that we're going to show up every single day to build a life essentially that we absolutely love. And that's the hard thing. Sometimes about building a business out per se. Like, people like the way it looks, they like the way it sounds, but when it really comes into doing the work that's necessary, thank you, Jazz. Hey. Good to see you. Thank you so much. But when it comes to doing the work, are we really up for the challenge? So my heart definitely goes out to the lady that made that video, that was essentially talking about how exhausted she was with, having to have to work and having to have to do this and that. But my thing is, sis, start the business at the end of the day, right? Start the business. If you feel like you're tired and burnt out, you're going to be tired building a business. That's real talk. But at least you're building something that you absolutely love. At least you're building something that's yours. At least you have the opportunity to be able to build legacy, right? And I would choose that over having to be in a position to whereas I wasn't able to do something that I purpose essentially to do. Okay. So I'm excited to be able to announce that tomorrow will be day 30 of our online business challenge. I am so excited. And that kind of like bleeds into what I was just talking about. Like, I'm a single mom. I'm in a season of my life to whereas I wear so many different hats, and to be able to dedicate time and to have tenacity to press forward, you know what I mean? In terms of doing this challenge, it just shows that if you really have your heart out to do something, then you can do it, right? I work really hard all day long. I'm up usually at like 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you see it's 8 o'clock, and I'm still dedicated to doing the things that I know that I'm purposed to do. And that's always to have the opportunity to be able to serve you. If you're a woman, a female entrepreneur, aspiring to encourage you, all the things. Like, I had the opportunity, I think it was 2 times today, to reach out, to women that are either a part of my newsletter, which is free to join. You can hit the LINK in my bio, or over here on the YT side, you can hit my Stand Store LINK, and essentially just encourage them. Like, do not give up at the end of the day. Because when you give up, you don't have an opportunity to be able to see the different things that I know that you set out to be able to build. It's not going to be an easy journey. Don't let anybody ever tell you that building an online business or really doing anything in life is going to be an easy journey. But if you have a mentality and a mindset to go ahead, thank you, Jazz, for liking alive, to persevere, then you can get to where it is that you want to be in the end, right? But don't let your life literally pass you by and you're not fulfilled in the things that you have to do. Like, I understand that it's important to in so many different cases to work a 9 to 5, but if you know in your heart that you want to be a business builder, then do the things that are necessary. You have your 9 to 5, then you should automatically have your 5 to 9 to seed into the different things that you want to do, right? Hey, Survive, welcome in the building. So we're going to dive into, like I mentioned before, days 28 and 29 of our 30-day challenge. Tomorrow is day 30. I'll be doing a giveaway of a couple of my ebooks, or either maybe one particular set. And I'm excited to be able to do just that, because my heart is always to serve however I can get in. So tonight, we're going to be talking about how to make money online without your own products, really centering on the importance of connecting to affiliate marketing. Hey, Tania. Hey, R. Loren, I believe your name is. Hey, Shop and B. Hey, Miss D. Hey, Sonia, CCO. Good to see you guys, okay? So let's dive in. At any point, I want you guys to do me a favor to make sure that you're tapping up that screen. Thank you, Jazz. You got us almost to 1K likes. And by doing that, you have to understand that the TikTok platform is essentially a platform of reciprocity. What I mean is, anytime you put into this particular platform, then you get out. If I'm giving you good information that you can implement, that will help to shift the trajectory of your life, in that if you have a mentality to where as you want change as it pertains to your business building journey or experience, then I want you to make sure that you give back, essentially. And by you giving back, tapping on the screen, that is going to help the live to be able to get out to upcoming and aspiring entrepreneurs. And then it lets me know that I'm doing a good job in terms of teaching you, right? And so we all need each other essentially as a community. Sometimes we fail to realize that, but I'm letting you know that I need you in terms of you showing up, in terms of you getting wins as it pertains to your business building, in terms of you making up your mind about finally starting that business or pivoting that business. I need for you to do all the different things, okay? And that encourages me in the position and the seat that I sit in to serve you as a female entrepreneur, okay? So essentially, if you are at a place, hey, Michelle, welcome in, to where you've been waiting to make money online, but you feel stuck at times, essentially because you don't know how to be able to do that. Or let's say you feel like you don't have an offering or a product or a course or a program. You just don't have anything to get started, then this live is going to be for you, okay? So essentially, we're going to be talking about how to make money online without your own products using a business model called affiliate marketing, right? In combination with collaborations, because the thing that I love about online business is that you can use so many different strategies to be able to get to the bag. There are so many different business models that you can creatively build up to, which is another reason why I love online business, okay? You can creatively sit down and try to figure out how to create a business that maybe is not 100% new, but you can utilize the clause, I call it, of differentiation, to be able to put your own creativity on a business and then create something that's amazing for the world, right? And so I was able to do this by building a remote cleaning business agency, right? You've heard of cleaning businesses, but I bet you never heard of a cleaning business agency. And so my business model essentially operates like Uber, to where as I have the opportunity, hey, Chosen, welcome in, to be able to connect clients and customers to cleaners, okay? So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to just being creative. And that's also why, thank you so much for liking the live. Hey, virtual assistant, when it comes to creating a business model surrounding affiliate marketing, this is also a very creative endeavor, okay? And so if you're at a place, once again, to where it's like, I want to start a business, but I'm not the most creative, or I don't know how to create a course or ebook, first of all, you need to be locking in. You definitely need to hit the LINK in my bio and get my online business blueprint. with the Ladypreneur Action Guide, because you need them both to be able to help you to pivot to the next level. Get off of Google, get off of Chat GPT primarily, and get you a resource that's going to be able to help you to get to where you need to get faster. And I think it's still on sale for $17. Usually when I'm on live, sometimes I'll lower the price. It's usually $27. You're gonna go buy that Starbucks. You're going to go maybe to a speakeasy to hook up with some girlfriends. Why not invest into yourself by getting your online business started with this particular resource? Okay. And so, that being said, if you're wanting to start an online business connected to affiliate marketing, and like I mentioned, you don't necessarily know what you want to sell yet, or you don't have time to build out a full course, or you're saying, I wish I could just recommend things and get paid for it, then affiliate marketing is definitely something that you can go ahead and get into. Okay. So when you think about affiliate marketing in and of itself, it's essentially like a simple business model. Hey, Jazzy, welcome in, right? So you will be getting paid to recommend products and services, and also programs you actually believe in. You don't want to be selling any and everything, but you want to have a belief behind what it is that you're selling, something that helped to transform whatever part of your everyday living or structure, or potentially connected to maybe even something greater, something that helped to get you a win and transformation is what you essentially want to represent, right? And so a lot of times with affiliate marketing, what happens is that when someone buys through your particular LINK that you'll have in your BIO, in your bio, then you earn a commission. This is one of the easiest business models to be able to get in when you really know how to work it, right? So you're already doing different things for free, right? You're already on social media, right? You already use a camera, right? And you might already be savvy when it comes to certain tools. Well, why not get to a place where as you shift to realize that you can get paid for certain things? And I tell people, if you want to dive into affiliate marketing, let's say on a platform like Amazon, right? You want to become an affiliate for Amazon, you want to get paid for certain products. Why not look around your house and try to figure out different products that you've already purchased and start to promote those? Obviously, there are some checkpoints in terms of the fact that you have to make sure that you are now an Amazon affiliate. All you have to do is go to the platform, get all the components of how to join that platform and sell from that platform, and then take that link and start to promote the products that you absolutely love. Okay. And then get paid for it. What you need to realize is that when it comes to Hey Balloons by Shop, when it comes to affiliate marketing, you can do it in so many different ways. So whether that's through digital products, courses, ebooks, membership templates, and those in particular, because when it comes to connecting to digital products on the basis of affiliate marketing, essentially what you will be selling are two different types of business models, if you will. The first one would be on the basis of PLR products. What are PLR products? PLR products are private label rights products. When you have these particular types of products, what happens is that you buy the template, okay? You buy the template, you buy the course, and then you have the opportunity to be able to edit it out for your brand, okay? Whether it's an ebook, a course, a membership, templates, all of the different things. Now, the other side of having a done-for-you product are essentially having MRR products. Those particular type of products are done for you fully, and you do not have the ability to be able to edit them. But with both types of business models, you then have the chance to be able to make commission on them, okay? Now, you can also do this with software tools, email platforms, design tools, schedulers, programs like coaching programs that you benefited from, physical products like books, equipment, lip gloss, planners. You see people doing this all over TikTok in particular, right? And so the great thing about affiliate marketing essentially is that you don't have to have your own offer yet. So if you want to launch into digital products, into online business overall, then this is easy because like I said, you'll get to the place to where as you're used to selling and you can kind of use products that you already have potentially in your house to go ahead and run it up. This is a real thing. Okay, 100%. So there's a campaign that I'm actually doing right now for some organic toilet tissue. Right. Thank you, Next Level Trish, for liking the live. I appreciate you guys. Trisha, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate you. And so every now and again, I'll go on this affiliate based business website. I can't recall the name of it. Please forgive me. And on this particular website, you have the opportunity to be able to get different products, and then you can go ahead and sell them. Okay, what do I mean? They will go ahead and deposit whatever the value is of that product in your business bank account or on your PayPal. And then you go on the website of your choice that you're doing a campaign for, and then you can purchase the product for the allotted amount. You do a video, and then you get paid on the basis of that. Okay, affiliate marketing from the perspective of showing products in and of itself is amazing, because like I mentioned, in terms of like this particular type of strategy, you don't necessarily even have to purchase the product yourself. Okay, so it's a great way to get into online business in and of itself. Thank you, Moondog, for liking the live. I appreciate you. Would you suggest different social pages for different niches? I think if you can categorize different things that you want to sell, but I do think it's a good idea that if the niches are completely different, that you have different pages, right? And so, for instance, thank you so much, Moondog, for liking the live. For instance, like if you're going to do like a clothing type affiliate based business, then obviously you can keep something like that all on the same page, right? But really, you can run it up and kind of look at it like a boutique, okay? And so I used to have a boutique called First Lady Boutique. And in my boutique, I sold jewelry in combination with like dresses and I think like pantsuits, all of the different things. Okay. And so I kept that all in one particular niche on one page or one particular website. So if it's like a completely different niche, yes, I would say separate it. But there's a way that you can go ahead and brand all of the different kind of categories that you have and then sell on one page. Because the thing about separating niches on different social media sites is that sometimes it can get messy, and then you don't have the ability. If you Thank you so much for the daily heart, me, I appreciate you. Yes, I coach. Thank you so much. You don't have the ability or the bandwidth to expand to all of these different platforms. So I tell female entrepreneurs, kind of be careful with that. Like, you can become the Jill of all trades, a serial entrepreneur doing all the things, but start with one thing and get really, really good with that one thing, and then kind of run it up from there. Okay. That's what I tell people to do. Like, if you coach with me and I can identify clearly that you're a serial entrepreneur, because I do all the different things. I will kind of try to niche you down to one thing, and then we can build on that. Because at the end of the day, you are going to be able to have multiple streams of income, but you want to do one thing well. Like, get your system, your strategy down for that one thing, and then run it up. It's not going to take a long time if you're consistent. So for instance, like when I started the remote cleaning business, in my case, I already had digital marketing experience, and I had already sold digital products in the past and done affiliate marketing, but I still had to restart my endeavors, right? Because I went through that divorce and essentially had to just put everything on hold. All of that being said, I knew once I got the necessary social proof, hey, Island Tech Boss, from my remote cleaning business, and that I was able to run it up 5 figures within the first couple of months, that I could utilize that as proof of concept to validate the fact that I've done the work, right? Then I pivoted to right now I'm building out an ebook for the remote cleaning business agency to show people how to do it in that particular digital product. And so my point being, you'll have the opportunity to pivot, but get really good with one thing first, okay? With one thing, and then you can expand to more things. That's what you want to do, okay? So we talked about the different types of affiliate-based business types that you can go ahead and build out. We talked about the importance of potentially connecting to like digital products, done for you products. I expressed to you the difference between PLR digital products or PLR products, which essentially can be connected to like courses, ebooks, memberships, or templates, right? Software, we talked about email platforms, you can become an affiliate. So what do I mean? If you use a CRM system like Kit, that's the CRM system that I use to connect to my particular community to send them emails. You then can connect to their affiliate-based programs. What happens with that? Miss V, hey, welcome in. That means that when you share this particular platform, you can have a link, and each time somebody opts into that particular tool, you get paid. Okay. So there's so many different ways to really tap into having like a good affiliate based business. Okay. And it's that digital money at the end of the day. Now, when it comes to picking an affiliate based business um, offer, right? It's important to hone on particular things. So you want to break it down, like when you're trying to figure out what you want to do, and then go ahead and hone in and start to pivot, like I mentioned before. Okay. So one thing that you realize is that you don't want to be taking a bunch of links from different sites saying, okay, I'm going to be an affiliate. Hone in on the thing that you really, really want to do, right? So if you actually genuinely believe in the product or the service, then you want to sell it, because people can sift through if you're not authentic in what you're doing, right? You don't want to just be trying to make money, and that's solidly it, because you won't represent the product the way that it needs to be represented if it has not caused there to be some kind of transformation. I don't care if it's toilet tissue, like I told you guys before. I like this toilet tissue because it's an eco-friendly toilet tissue. It doesn't have all of the regular chemicals and all the different things, and I bought toilet tissue like that on my own, so it's easy for me to promote it on my platforms where I'm promoting it. You see what I'm saying? So you actually have to believe in it. All right. Your audience also has to have a need for it. There's no difference between creating like any other type of online business, essentially, Hey Pretty Designs, and not knowing if your niche or your demographic has a need for whatever it is that you're selling. You have to make sure that you do a bit of market research to try to figure out, okay, if I get this product, if I have this particular service, is it actually going to be able to help people at the end of the day? Because I don't want you to be frustrated. Do your research. If you want to be a lady CEO, if you are, you have to do your market research to make sure that a product or a service is going to be able to really help people in terms of transformation, okay, at any level. All right. Then you want to make sure that the payout makes sense, right? And so if you're getting commission as an affiliate on a particular, let's say, program or service or product, you want to make sure that you're actually going to make money, right? And so, for instance, there are like different business communities that you can purchase, kind of go through the experience, and then you have the opportunity to be able to resell it as an affiliate connected to that business community. And so, what do I mean? Look for high commissions. Like, can I make 80% on the amount if I'm able to connect it to other people and they actually buy the community? You want to make it make sense. And people really have the opportunity to run up a bag. I've seen it in all different arenas. I'm seeing it all over TikTok. People are selling communities because those communities have essentially helped to inspire their life. And now they're telling other people about it. Okay. Hey, Sheila's Closet, welcome in. So you just want to make sure that the payout makes sense. Thank you for liking the live jazz. All right. Next, you want to make sure that the brand matches your values and your vibe. This absolutely matters. Is this, once again, hey there, a product or a service or a community that you really believe in at the end of the day? Is this something that fits the woman that you are, right? The woman that you're becoming? Is it something that can represent you at the end of the day? You don't want to be selling any and everything, once again, that you don't necessarily believe in. Okay, so I'm going to give you a step-by-step strategy, an actual plan, because you guys know when you sit with me, I want you to be able to get quick wins in whatever it is that you're going to implement. You're getting the information, then you're implementing. When you implement, then you get results at the end of the day. And not only that, but it triggers something in your mind to want to keep going when you can see results. Okay, so strategy and structure, hey, God's child, is everything when you're building a business. And if you're not getting momentum, if you're not seeing sales, then essentially you have a habit, and you need to shift certain things, create systems, get all of the resources that's necessary to be able to take you to where you want to be. Hey, and I'm so exhausted, I think, tonight, because I'm pronouncing these names way wrong. Andrea, am I saying your name properly? Please forgive me. I see you all the time. Don't count it to me tonight, because I think I'm just tired. I'm like trying to pronounce words here and having a hard time, y'all. And so after this, I'm going to make sure I get some rest, because I've been working pretty hard today. All right. So when it comes to your particular, thank you. to your particular hey Manika, welcome in the building. My sister Manika's in the building. You guys make sure you follow her. She's in the same industry as yours truly. She's an amazing digitalpreneur. So you guys go check her out. Thank you, sis, for the daily heart meet. Okay, so we're talking about the importance of affiliate marketing. I'm getting ready to give you a strategy. Okay, so if you become that girl for one category of recommendations, what would it be? What would it be? Hey there. What would it be? Now, thank you so much for the Go Popular votes. I appreciate you. Thank you. And so I'm going to give you guys like some examples of different types of affiliate based businesses that you can be in association with, like the thing that you want to be known for in this particular business model. Okay. So what about if you have the opportunity to be known for tools, connected to tools for sharing an online business, right? So you would be a part of, let's say, a business community that promoted online business, and then you share different tools, right? So I had named one in particular, let's say KIT, KIT. That is a CRM system, a customer relationship management system that you can connect to and then promote this tool to online business owners so that then you can get paid through affiliate marketing. Okay, that's one strategy. Or let's say your niche is connected to like money and finance, right? You're teaching, let's say, people how to experience financial freedom. You could get different tools that essentially connect to affiliates, the affiliate based business model, and then sell those tools and get a commission. Okay. Or when it comes to content creation and social media tools, all right, you could get different tools and make sure that they have an affiliate based business model, and then you can make some coins. Same thing with productivity or planners, organizations. Even when it comes to like the branding of mom life, that's a really, really big thing on social media, right? Different tools that create balance. So, for instance, a lot of moms will be interested in like a tool like Notion. Why? Because they can go to a website called Etsy and then get different done for you type templates and then plug and play. So now they might, be living that mom life, but at the same time, they want to have a balance in terms of their business. So a tool like Notion or templates that are on Etsy can help them to be able to do this. And you can get an affiliate commission by promoting this particular niche, right? Also, this will work well with wellness, lifestyle brands that support entrepreneurs. So you just got to choose exactly which one you want to go ahead and do, and then start to research the tools that you can start to sell connected to that particular niche. And remember what I said, don't try to do all the things initially. I get what it means to be a serial entrepreneur. We want to do all of the things, right? They say we have ADHD, but listen, we're creative as ever. But you want to start with one thing and then build up. Like I told you guys, I had the remote cleaning business. I was able to build it up within the first couple of months to 5 figures. I knew that that would be social proof validation, right? Then from there came the digital products. Now I'm building out the community. You just want to pivot and you want to stay the course. And what happens is that when you start to build your business slow like that, and then you scale it up, in the long run, it's going to be sustainable versus you trying to do 50 different things and there's no sustainability. You want to be able to run the race at a good pace so that you can then pivot when you hit certain points in your business. And I'm telling you, you're going to know. So for instance, like with me, I've done communities in the past in different industries. I had a health community. I've done so many different things, but with this particular platform, in particular, I got you, Jazz. I knew that I would have to build it stage by stage, which is why I decided to do the 30-day challenge. I can't believe tomorrow is day 30. It's crazy. I'll be doing a giveaway. So you guys definitely want to meet me on TT for that giveaway for the 30th day, right? Jazz said, I'm just so impatient and need the money. Well, Jazz, think about it from this perspective, right? If you start today, okay, we know you have the need, but if you start today, you start to build up the business and then you can see the cash flow. But if it's like, I'm trying to do all of the different things and I'm not as consistent on all of the different platforms, I don't know if that's your exact situation, then you slow down your momentum. Because really, if you would have started yesterday and stayed the course, by the time 2 weeks comes up and 3 weeks comes up, at least you have a momentum, right? And with the strategy that I give you, that I usually teach in the mornings, the 3-step strategy to be able to get started specifically in the area of selling digital products, you can use that strategy and run it up over the course of, let's say, 30 days, right? There is going to take a building up, but what you want in your business building is not fast money. You want sustainability. You want to build a brand. You want to be able to connect to a community at the end of the day. And people have to know that you're going to show up, right, consistently in order to trust your brand. Most oftentimes when we're selling on social media, we see different people selling, it takes for people to see you about a good 7 times for them to even really trust you. Okay, that's a real stat. Hey, Toya, good to see you. And so at the end of the day, I know it's like, hey, to me, I want to make the money now, but do the foundational work, right? Continue to show up and your sales will come in because people will learn who you are. Just say, yes, I started and found you and got to 1,000 followers in 1 week. I just can't find the right strategy. What's the strategy that you're looking for, Jazz? Let me go ahead and give it to you while we're on the live, okay? What's the strategy that you're looking for? Because if you follow, like in the morning when I'm doing the teaching surrounding clarity that gets you to cash, if you implement it, let's say if you have an ebook, right? You set up the platforms, connect them to the systems, get your payment processor, right? And start your content strategy. Remember, all your content has to surround around establishing you as an expert in your industry. Also, you want to make sure that you're connecting your content to tips and also to stories. You want to have different content buckets. These are the different things that you're going to learn when we launch the content community, okay? I'm going to be giving you weekly prompts so that if you're like, I don't know what to post, you'll have that covered and you'll also be able to batch your content. So if you're not connected to my newsletter, which is free, please click the link in my bio. I'm going to grandfather like the first couple of women that get into the community so that when the value rises and the price goes up, as we build up the community, you'll be locked in, okay, at that entry level. So Jazz, give me a bit more feedback as I continue to go through the training so we can get you a strategy so we can get you some coins. When I first restarted on this platform, because if you scroll down, you'll see that I started my TikTok some time ago, right? After I was able to get my link in my bio, and really before that, I started to make sales with my digital products and my coaching. Why? Because at the end of the day, it was about the consistency of showing up within the strategy. And I'm telling you, you can do the exact same thing. Before I even had my link, I would pick call to actions on my videos and I would say different things like, if you're ready to start an online business because of whatever the pain point is, comment ready. And I would have several women comment ready, and then I would shoot them a direct DM and give them the link so that they can purchase whatever they needed to purchase. So what I'm saying to you is, it's just all about a strategy, and it does not matter at the end of the day how many followers you have on your page. Do you have the right strategy? Because it's people that have a whole lot of different followers, but if they don't have a strategy at the end of the day, they're not making a bag, okay? So Jazz said, yes, I see those clothes and they seem to work. Yeah, so at the end of the day, you just have to pick your niche, go ahead and get your systems in place, build your content at the end of the day, right? You batch it, you get it together, you make sure that it's connecting to people and you establish your product or your service or yourself as an expert, and then you stay consistent, okay? You're gonna have to stay consistent. That's the name of the game, right? Why are people gonna show up to buy your things if you're not showing up to let them know that you're on a platform to show up for them? This is my digital page. Yes, okay, now I know, Jazz. All right, so helping you stay balanced, inspired, peaceful productivity for people healing through chaos. So we have to niche this down a bit more, Jazz. You have to niche it down. I know that you want to help people to stay balanced and inspired, peaceful productivity for people healing through chaos. What kind of healing are you offering, right? You said helping you to stay balanced, but is there more of a specific type of balanced healing, right? I don't know what all the different components are that are connected to like the technicality of healing, right? Is it mental healing? Is it spiritual healing? What type of healing are people receiving so that then they can get to the balance? We have to niche down. When people connect to your particular content or to your page, you want them to be able to identify right away, right, how you can help them balance life, work, and stress, okay? So that to me seems like more of like being able to connect to like the mental side of things. So in that case, you should have an ebook, right? An ebook that essentially connects to your niche, which I think you do. And if you have that ebook, then you need to be then creating content that establishes you as an expert on this particular topic, okay? On this particular topic, yes, peaceful and productivity. So now we have our ebook, we get our stand store, you get a two week free trial, then you're going to put the ebook in the stand store and just consistently create the content. I already told you, you have to have visibility in order to be connected to credibility. Forgive me. And when you do that, you'll begin to see people come in, and they're coming in because of the fact that you're fulfilling their pain point, right? Then what do you do when you get on your live video and in your content? You teach, you engage, and you offer. Okay, those are the three strategies: teach, engage, offer. And if you pay attention to my strategy, I'm consistently doing this. That's why when I talked about the content community, I said, click the LINK in my bio so that when we launch the content community, you'll be able to be grandfathered in. I talked about different pain points, right? Or the fact that a lot of female entrepreneurs, they don't get sales because they do not have the right positioning for their content at the end of the day. They're not showing up consistently because they don't know how to batch their content. They don't know how to position their content. They don't know how to be able to create content buckets that are consistent so that when somebody comes to your particular page, now you're known as an expert in this particular area. Okay, because if your vision is not clear and people don't know the business model that you're sitting in to be able to help them with their pain point, they'll move on to somebody that has more of a strategic play. Okay, so next, when it comes to affiliate based businesses, when you're building them out, and everything I mentioned can really still apply to this particular topic, you want to make sure that you choose two to three core offers. So you guys remember how I said you want to start in one business model, but you can definitely have different offers or different products that you're showing to kind of mix it up, right? So that's why this is not an affiliate based model, but when it comes to my particular product suite, I offered several different products, okay? And so let's say you don't have the money to be able to coach with me, or you feel like you don't have the time, then you can always buy my business bundle, right? My 2 ebook bundle. You guys hear me talk about that all the time. Or if you're not ready to make that particular step, then you can join my community. You just have to have different avenues that people have the opportunity to be able to connect to you, okay? And so when you think about different offers, even when it comes to affiliate based businesses, you want to think about your main offer. It's almost like an anchor, right? And some people build this out to be like a higher ticket offer, or it can be something that's reoccurring, like a subscription. People have like communities or either signature programs. A couple of my clients that I'm helping build this out right now, okay? Then some people will have what's known as a mid-range offer, right? This is templates, bundle, toolkits, resources. I just named 2 different streams of income. Last but not least, then there's the low ticket offer. It's an easy yes. It might be like a mini product, a series. In the morning when I'm teaching, I'm telling you guys oftentimes about a lead magnet, right? A checklist. It's low hanging fruit that is able to still get you paid, but then you pivot up. And you can see that the way I'm building out my product suite as well, right? I have my community, my newsletter, that's free for you to join. And then I have my ebooks, right? That's low ticket offer. Then my coaching, that's mid-range. And then the community is going to be more high ticket offers when I start to do masterminds that are going to be for female entrepreneurs that are already in a pivot, right? That consistently need community, but then they need a higher type strategy to be able to allow for their income to go higher. Okay. So there's so many different ways to be able to do this. All right. So when you think about different types of offers in your business, whether it's an affiliate-based business, a products-based business, service-based business, you want to think about stacking at the end of the day, because when you start to stack, then you'll see the multiple streams of income. So for me, that comes through coaching, that's one stream. Digital products, that's one stream. Through the community that I'm getting ready to build out, one stream. The remote cleaning business agency, one stream. So you just have to start from somewhere, get good at that, and then everything will begin to pour in at the end of the day. And it's something that's really excited, okay? So you can also have the opportunity, if you want to do an affiliate-based business, to go ahead and start to integrate your affiliate links into your content. So you see people doing this all the time. They have this lip gloss, they'll have a video and they'll say, oh my goodness, the winter time is coming up. And girls, you just want to make sure that you have that perfect lip gloss. And this one in particular, I love because of the fact that when I put it on my lips, it smells amazing because it's peach flavor. Thank you. But then at the same time, do you see how glossy it is? So even though it's winter time out here in Atlanta, Georgia, and the weather drops to about 42 degrees, I can still have that coverage on my lip. And did I mention to you guys that this brand puts vitamin C and multivitamins inside of this particular lip gloss? You can incorporate your particular affiliate links into your content. Okay. And then consistently sell. Thank you, Audrey, for liking the live. I appreciate you. Okay. So it's so many different ways you can do all of the different things. Okay. But at the end of the day, you have to know how to position your offer. So I'm going to give you different examples. Remember, I talked about content buckets. This is something that we're going to be talking about in the community that I'm building out. So make sure that you join the newsletter. It is free. I had already dropped an email. If you're not a part of my newsletter community, letting the ladies know that they'll be grandfathered in when they join the community at the lowest price that the community is going to be. Why is the price going to go up? It's going to go up because the value is going to go up. When a community expands, then there are more resources, and then we have to take the value of it up. Okay, so people understand what it is that they're getting. When we first start the community, it might be like 2 or 3 modules with me talking. I'll probably do like 2 monthly classes that are live, but then we have to pivot. We have to go higher. And anytime, once again, you're expanding a community, thank you so much. That's real talk. I appreciate you for the daily heart me. Thank you for being a high engager, sis. You just get it. All right. Thank you. But anytime there's an expansion of your community, the value has to go up, right? So people understand that is valuable. Now, when it comes to different content buckets, I want you guys to think about your content literally being put in different buckets. Okay, so you got one bucket here, you might have a bucket here and a bucket here. And what happens is that when you create your content, you circulate between these different buckets. Okay, so for instance, you might have educational content, right? You might do a post that's connected to educational content. What would that look like? For me, as a female entrepreneur, business builder, and a teacher and a coach, that would look like me creating a piece of content that was connected to 3 tools I use for to start my online business. And I've done that, right? If you look at my content, I have like 5 systematic tools for your online business. I'm establishing myself as an expert in my particular industry. Okay, I'm letting people know I have what you need in terms of the knowledge to take you to the next place. Very, very important. Another content bucket that you can start to create for your content and then connect it to affiliate products and services essentially can be story times. That's why when I teach in my live and I tell you, you have to create consistent content that connects to your story, tips, educational content. This matters, right? And so I've done this as well. You can pull the example. When I lost my corporate job at the time, I was fired because of discrepancies. I went ahead and I made a video because I had already had a background in digital marketing, right? In consulting. I went ahead and made a video 2 hours after I lost that particular position. And I talked to people about some of the pain that I was going through, the worry. But the message in the video, the call to action was start building your business today. Don't let anything take you outside of being aligned with the things that you really want to do. Sometimes you have to do what you need to do until you get to where you want to be. But at the end of the day, build your business, right? That connected to a story. And people like that video and they still follow that video because they want to see the end result. What has that become? Now, I can use that piece of content as validation for my business building journey and experience. Okay, you see how that works? So when you do a story piece of content, it can simply sound like this. Hey, Ebony, welcome in the building. I was stuck at whatever the pain point is, right? Until I invested in this particular course at program. This is what changed for me. Okay. So this is essentially what you're saying to your audience in the video. I was stuck at this particular pain point, whatever your pain point was, that dead end job, right? I was stuck when I got fired. I was stuck when I realized I didn't want to work my job anymore. Whatever your pain point is, until I went ahead and I invested in this particular product, service, app, course, especially if it's an affiliate-based business, okay? So then after you do that, then you want to talk about the transformation. How did this change occur? I do that when I talk about my remote cleaning business agency, right? I lost my corporate job at the time. I went through a divorce after 15 years of marriage, found myself a single mom, right? Those are my pain points. That's where the pain was. I went ahead and decided to turn my circumstance from lemons into lemonade, right? And how did I do that? The thing that I utilized, the vehicle, was building out a remote cleaning business with an LLC that I had already had on hand, right? And this changed what for me? It changed the fact that now I was able to make 5 figures within the first couple of months of building that business. Do you see how I told that story? So you have to think about a story that you can tell that's connected to your business, or have your business to talk about a story that's connected to your business, right? And then connected to transformation. In this case, we are talking about affiliate based businesses or products or services that you have the opportunity to be able to connect to a story. Okay. And then you always want to make sure you have a call to action. Stop putting content out here and you do not have a call to action. You have to be able to tell your people what to do. Okay. Hey, Jody Be Living. I know you're cool with just putting content up there, but if you want to get to the bag, you have to tell people what to do. Right. So I gave you that story statement. Right. And I expressed to you, make sure that you insert your pain point. I invested in this particular course, app, business, and this is what changed for me. This was the transformation. This is the transformation that you want to offer to other people, especially if it's an affiliate based business, because you want to tell them how the thing that you did worked for you first. You have to validate it, right? The call to action is, if you want the same resource or results, comments ready, okay? Or comment link, and then I'll send you a DM. Whatever you want the call to action to be, you have to make sure that you position it at the end of the day, all right? So last but not least, still connected to affiliate-based businesses, you can connect to tutorials, right? So you want to show people, if you're doing an affiliate-based business, how to work something or how to utilize something. I did that with the lip gloss. Hi, I am Wealthy Woman. Welcome in the room, right? I talked to you guys about the fact that it's getting cold out here in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't want to have chapped lips, right? But I'm also into very healthy things. So this particular lip gloss, it connects to everything that I love, which is pink. It smells like peaches because females are totally into smells, right? And I know that my demographic and my people are more than likely going to be women. And then I talk about the fact that I get to wear this particular lip gloss and it helps to keep my lips moisturized when it's cold outside. But at the same time, it has a great smell, a great feel. And at the same time, I have that glossy look. So I can put on my lipstick and then top it off with this particular lip gloss. Like, you want to give a tutorial. How does it work, right? I'm going to open up the lip gloss and try it on. Give a tutorial, okay? Look at that shine. Look at that. And it doesn't turn white. You know, some of the lip glosses that you put on, it has like this white line after a while. No, not this particular one. So you definitely want to get it. Give a tutorial. How does it work? At the end of the day, especially if you're doing an affiliate-based business, how has it worked for you? You want to be as natural as possible. You want to lead with value. You want to teach, right? You want to be able to validate whatever it is that you are offering to people. Okay. Now, I want to make just a quick shift into the importance of doing collaborations, because it's really another way that you can make money in this online space as well, right? So anytime you think about collaborations, which you see a lot of people doing, even when it comes to affiliate-based businesses, people will be in collaboration with other people, okay, to be able to make a bag. And it's something that's powerful, because if they have an audience and you have an audience, why not get in collaboration? All right. I've done this with different female entrepreneurs, whether they ask me to be on their podcast or whether they ask me to do like a live video for them. Collaborations are amazing, because then you can pull other audiences, okay? And that's how you tap into other audiences to be able to grow faster on your particular platform without doing anything yourself. Okay, that's a real big strategy. So think about different people that are in your particular niche or connected to like the same thing that you do, and try to see if you can show up on their platforms. There are like a lot of affiliate based business communities, and they'll allow for you to come into their community and teach different things. And if they already have an audience, then that's validation to what it is that you already do. Okay, so like I mentioned to you, I'm gonna give you some examples of the types of collaborations that you can do. You can go live with different creators. You can be like a teaching guest for a particular platform, right? You can do like a session if you have expertise in a particular area. You can create like a joint workshop or a challenge. You can do bundle offers or resources taught with another creator. I already mentioned that, and then essentially split the sales. I'm always like on webinar calls where people do this. They'll have like a 5-day challenge, and then they'll bring different expert leaders inside, and those people get paid. They get paid on account of either the products and services that they're offering on the platform, or they get paid by showing up to teach. Okay. Hey, Janoy, welcome in. Okay. So these collaborations obviously matter, once again, because you have the chance to be able to get in front of a warm audience. This audience is already warmed up by the person that's inviting you. People trust that person. And now you're getting on the platform and they're learning how to trust you. They're not a cold audience. You have cold audiences, warm and hot, okay, in terms of leads. All right. So you'll bring whatever your expertise is to that platform. I don't care if it's selling lip gloss. You're an expert at selling the lip gloss. You're going to sell the lip gloss to that community. Okay. And go ahead and run up a bag. It is very, very important that you have a certain mentality that says, if I'm invited to this platform, then I'm going to do my best to share whatever my expertise or my thing is. Right. And collaborations also matter because you can plug your affiliate links for your particular business or your favorite tools inside of the collaboration, right? So if I'm sitting on another female entrepreneur business builders platform, I can easily share tools that I use to be able to automate my online business, right? To be able to get to the bag. So I will definitely share like Kit, which is essentially a CRM system, and then share a link that connects to share the affiliate link, and then I'm able to get paid. So there's so many different ways to be able to do this, right? So you can teach essentially, or either you can share workshops, challenges, all of the different things. Literally 100%, okay? To be able to connect to your particular new audience, which is essentially already somebody else's, okay? So just as a quick recap with both of these particular topics that we talked about the fact that you can make money online through affiliate-based business model. You can do affiliate marketing. I showed you how to do that several ways, right? Affiliate marketing essentially will always connect to recommending different products that are aligned to what it is that you believe in already, right? So if you already believe in making sure that you don't have chapped lips during the winter, then you're going to believe in this particular product, okay? And when you go ahead and you promote it, you believe in it because you're using it. That's why I said also, if you want to get into like Amazon and make money on that particular platform as an affiliate-based business, start to choose products in your house that you already love, okay? This would be a great thing to sell on that platform. They have these Yeti blue mics on that platform. I can talk about it and share a link to it, all right? Now, what I am going to do, since I said that, I'm going to make sure that I connect my Amazon store that I'm an affiliate for, because I told you guys I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I'm going to start to post different products that I use as an entrepreneur in that store, because some other entrepreneurs would see this mic and say, hey, Tamia, where did you get that from? Hey, let me go ahead and post a link from Amazon, and then you can go ahead and get the mic. Okay. And then I'll make a commission off of it. All right. So many different ways you can do that. You want to be able to, once again, as a recap, pick one lane. And in that one lane, then you're going to choose 2 to 3 offers to go ahead and sell. And then you can weave it into your content. That is a strategy. That's game right there. Right. Then, of course, you can use different collaborations, get on people's platforms to be able to get in front of their audience. If they have way more followers, there's an exposure at the end of the day. Okay. And I've had the opportunity to do this as well. Okay. So I'm going to give you some questions. Remember, there's always action steps when you come to my live. It's not just about sitting here getting fat off the information. What can you walk away from this live with so that you can go ahead and implement it? Okay. So I want you to think about, if you're thinking about doing an affiliate-based business, let's say you already have a service-based business. Let's say you're already selling digital products. How can you incorporate an affiliate-based business to help you to get to the bag from a whole different stream of income? Okay, so what lane are you going to go ahead and choose to connect to your affiliate focus? What products and tools can you go ahead and promote on your platforms that will help you to be able to get paid through their affiliate links, right? What's one particular tool, right, that you can connect to a program, a product, so that you can start promoting more intentionally this particular month? That is your action step. It is very, 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 very important that you implement. Okay. So that concludes tonight's training. Like I mentioned, I can't believe that we are in days 28 through 29. Tomorrow we will be doing day 30. We're done with the challenge, and then I'll have some highlights of additional things that we'll be going into. I'm going to get ready. I'm not going to mention that part, but make sure you connect to the newsletter. Show up here tomorrow. I don't know yet if I want to do a recap of all 30 days, like within 45 minutes, so that we can kind of bring everything to a head, because it was 30 days of me teaching you how to build an online business. And if you can plug into this information, play this information, rinse and repeat consistently, then I'm telling you, within the next 30 days, you'll have a viable business. And maybe before, if you really know how to run it up. Okay. Now, in addition to that, I believe in working smarter and not harder. If you have not had the chance to get my online business blueprint, you definitely want to be able to do so over here on the YT side. All you have to do is click the link inside of the description, and that'll take you to my stand store where you can have the opportunity to get that resource. It's a 2 ebook bundle. The first ebook is my Ladypreneur Guide, and essentially it's going to give you 4 action steps. I also put a 1-year business plan inside of that particular ebook that is for free. The other one is going to be the Lady CEO Online Business Blueprint. It's going to give you several hundred ideas, about 100 plus ideas to help you to be able to hone in on the type of business that you want to start. We're going to talk about marketing. I'm going to have you really narrow down a few things as it pertains to your business building, right? So that you can have a viable plan to start working at the end of the day. Because that's what I'm about. I'm about getting into the bag and getting it done at the end of the day. Thank you, Realtor Reva, for the follow. I appreciate you. And sometimes we're all over the place. You buy these resources not primarily because I'm asking you to spend money with me. You're buying this resource because it's going to be able to bring everything to one place so that then you can start to write your vision and run, or either pivot what it is that you already have. That's why we buy resources as business owners, to be able to get to the next level, to be able to have strategies, structures, systems, all of the different things that can take us to the next place in our business building. Even if you're starting at the beginning, a great resource, okay, to be able to connect to. Now, do we have any questions in the building with regards to anything that I mentioned about building an affiliate-based business? Even over here on the YT side, if you're streaming with me, you can ask any questions in the comments. I am very aware of all of my different platforms, and I'll be able to get back to you with whatever the solution is, okay? Hey, welcome in the building. All right, guys, so I want you to join me here tomorrow for day 30 of our online business building challenge. Please make sure that you bring a female entrepreneur with you. Thank you for sharing the live, Wadi. I appreciate you. And so tomorrow I will be doing a giveaway. If you have not joined my newsletter, you definitely want to make sure you do so, because we're getting ready to release the content community. You'll get grandfathered in that community. I'll be giving you weekly prompts. We'll be going live so that you can have content strategies. We'll be going live so that you can batch your content and get to sales. It's going to be very strategic in terms of how you're building out your content. And it's going to be a great way to be able to finally get results in your online business building, because content is absolutely queen when it comes to online business building, 100%. If you want to go ahead and put in an application to coach with me, feel free to hit the link in my bio. Oh my goodness, that's a violation on this side. So that you can fill out the application and we can do a pre-consultation call to be able to get you started in my 4-week accelerator. Okay. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you guys. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock where I am. I've been up since 5 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and recharge myself. But if you have any questions surrounding any of my products or services, offerings, any of the things, feel free to shoot me a DM, or either join me over here on the YT side at the Intentional Lady CEO, where you can binge watch my content. I have about 155 videos on the YT side that are going to teach you how to build an online business. Grab the business blueprint. It's on sale right now for $17. I'll probably keep it that particular price until tomorrow morning, where it will go back up to $27. You can also dive into the offer that I have for 500 plus bomb chat GPT BFF prompts. This is going to be your digital online marketing business best friend for female entrepreneurs. So if you need a strategy surrounding marketing or digital products or how to build out a community, but you don't know exactly how to put that particular prompt inside of chat GPT to get the fullness of how to build out the thing that you want to build out, then you definitely want to get your hands on this prompt guide. It's $9.99. Okay, so we buy these particular products and offerings so that we don't have to work harder, we can work smarter in our business building. Could you imagine next year being able to make what I call digital money? It is a beautiful thing. Being able to have one particular product or service or a product suite, putting it out into the internet among billions of people and being able to make money because of the fact that you have a solution to somebody's problem at the end of the day. This could be your circumstance, your situation. If I was able to do it coming out of a 15-year marriage, going through a divorce, becoming a single mom, losing my corporate job at the time, then I know that if you have the tenacity and the strength to consistently move forward in your life, I don't know what your circumstance is, but if you want to have a mindset that's going to get you to where it is that you need to be, then you can help to shift the trajectory of your life with these resources that I'm offering you and see change before New Year comes in. Okay? Because I don't have that mentality. I'm like, you might as well run it up right now. Thank you, The Wealthy. I appreciate you. I always call you The Wealthy. What is the last part of your name? I can't even get to your page right now, but I appreciate seeing you. Join Lazy Money Society. I like that. Rebuilding from 0 to 1K. Yes. Get to the bag. I love it. All right. So guys, join me here tomorrow. I'll be back on between 7 and 7:30 p.m. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. Tomorrow will be day 30 in our business building challenge. Additionally, feel free to send me a DM if you ever have any questions surrounding anything that I'm teaching, how to become a client connected to my coaching community, which is the Lady CEO Accelerator. Feel free to indulge in the offering so that you can build your business. It's definitely important. Okay. You guys have a great night. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm exhausted. And join me here once again, either tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or you can join me in the morning at 7 a.m. between 7 a.m. and 7:30. Okay. So that we can run it up. You guys have a good night. And yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.